What's going on, everybody? So we're going to do this a little different today. I'm going to go for a quick mountain bike ride. I'm going to take you guys with me at one of the local parks around me, and then we're going to come back and reverse sear some steaks on the Kamado. But I'll catch you guys at the trail. All right, so we just got out here. I'm going to try to knock out maybe 10 miles or so. I'm going to hit the easy trail first, and then we'll go down to the jump line. I'll take you guys for a ride with me on the jump line. I'm not going to take you down the easy trail, and then I'll meet you back at the All right, I'm back. We ended up getting a little over 9 miles on the mountain bike, give or take. It was a good day, pretty chilly, worked up quite an appetite. So I'm ready to get into the kitchen, get these steaks ready to go, and get them thrown on the grill. If you guys want, look down in the description. I'll have my entire process for how I reverse sear steaks down there. But let's get after it. Got some beautiful T-bones right here that we're going to go ahead and get seasoned up. And go ahead and get them out of the pack. Ideally, what I like to do with these is let them come up to room temperature before I ever throw them on the grill. Look how beautiful those are. Your local butcher shops usually have the best stuff. I'll set this over to the side for a second. Stuff I like to use is this Celtic sea salt. So it's a pretty coarse salt that you put on there. And then we're going to go with some fresh ground pepper on top of that. I don't put any olive oil. I don't put really anything other than this salt and pepper on there. And just let it, like I said, come up to room temperature. But we'll go ahead and sprinkle that on there. And don't be shy with it either. I mean, from my experience, I've never really had it too salty. So, plus I like some good Celtic sea salt anyway. Take that fresh ground pepper. Throw that on. Pat it in. Give it a flip, and we'll do the same thing to the other side. Today we're just using a mixture of large chunk and medium chunk Fogo brand charcoal. I didn't put any smoking wood in there, but this will do a nice little simmer. But we'll go ahead and get that lid on. To keep from cracking your ceramic, especially when it's pretty cold out like it is today. Go ahead and put it in there and let your ceramic heat up with the grill. That'll kind of prevent it from cracking. What I like to do is just kind of like a little pie shape here. That way I can close it down later. But like you see, we've already got the coals started. So I'm gonna let this come up to temperature. We'll get up to about 250 or so. We'll smoke those steaks for a little while. Once they come up to the temperature, I'll figure it up. I always gotta look it up on Google. But once we get it up to temperature, or we usually go about 10 degrees from what temperature I want it. But once we do that, I'll go ahead and crank this thing up and we'll sear those steaks. But we'll let the grill come up. All right. So according to Google, medium rare is 135. 130 to 135. So I like my steaks medium rare. So what I'm going to do is pull 10 degrees before that. So I'm going to pull mine at 120 degrees, give or take. Once we do that, I'm going to let them rest for 10 minutes, and then we'll sear them for a minute and 30 seconds per side. But just thought I'd let you get dark out here. It's going to make it a little harder to record, but we got the steaks on. I went ahead and moved my heat deflectors where they need to be. We're going to go ahead and do a indirect setup on this. I got my little temperature probe in here, so we'll go ahead and let these things smoke for a little while, and then I'll bring you back whenever we're about to reverse here. Forgot I bought some Brussels sprouts too, so we'll go ahead and throw these on here in the pan. Let them go and be cooking while our other stuff going. I'm gonna throw a generous amount of butter in there. Go ahead and let that get hot. Season around in there. These don't take long to cook. So. But yeah, I figured I'd just show you guys we had some Brussels sprouts to go along with this too. All right, so I just realized that I didn't hit record a second ago, but I'll admit when I've messed up, and I think that I seared the steaks for a little bit too long, and we got well done. It's fine. I'm still gonna eat it. It's still got a really good flavor, but that's what grilling's all about. It's a learning experience, you know, trial and error. And today we had a little bit of an error. Still gonna eat it. It's not ruined, but thanks for watching the video, guys. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.